Jawohl, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Another Code auf der Nintendo Switch. In der letzten Folge habe ich aufgehört, ich würde sagen, machen wir weiter, indem wir den Anruf entgegennehmen.
Ashley, you're safe.
I'm fine.
What a relief. Are you with Director Robbins?
Gina, what happened?
We've Sophia and have control of the security system. Gina helped get it up and running. We can contact the outside now. We're going to call the police.
Wait, Ian. There's something I want you to look into first. Are the security cameras working?
No, they've been down for a while now. I was getting nervous, not being able to find you guys. I'm looking into the outage, but haven't been able to figure out what's causing it.
Can you access security camera footage?
Yeah, why?
Ashley, do you remember where you saw Ryan?
Yeah. I first saw him at the campsite, then at his cottage. Then he found me at the Crusoe Resort offices.
Did you get that, Ian? Check the footage from where Ashley just mentioned. I want to see all the footage of her.
Copy that.
What are you trying to figure out here?
Oh, you'll know soon enough.
Found it, Dr. Robbins. I'll send the footage through.
He's not there. But why, Dad? What's going on?
You remember speaking with Ryan, yet he's not in the footage. Which means...
This Ryan is some sort of construct built by the Another. And Judd's remote-controlled Another was temporarily overwriting her memories. Do you concur?
I do.
A construct? So Ryan was a false memory that the Another implanted in me?
That's right.
I can't believe it. He seemed so real.
So Rex, Ryan's physical form is undoubtedly a construct. But a construct with an established personality. What's more, it intentionally sought out Ashley. The personality is that of Ryan, who died 15 years ago. Which means... I mean, this may sound upset, but it seems as if Ryan's memory data has continued to live all this time.
Mom was alive. That's how I was able to talk to her. Mom was alive all along, inside memories converted to data.
Dr. Robbins,
What is it, Gina?
one of the security cameras just came back online.
Which camera?
The one watching the island in the lake.
Show us the feed.
Got it.
A grave? Whose grave is that?
It's Ryan's. He was buried there 15 years ago.
What's the matter, Ashley?
Mom took me to that grave.
What?
She touched it and said something. Dad, take me to that island. I want to remember what she said. Going there is my best shot.
I don't know.
I need to remember, Dad. If I do, maybe we'll find appeared only to me. Why he wanted to bring Mom back. What his goal really was.
All right. Let's go. Sayoko, what's your connection to Ryan? Help me understand who he really is.
This is our first time on a boat together, huh?
I suppose it is.
How'd you get so good at rowing?
Sometimes I'll row when I go fishing with Bob and Rex. It'll be dawn soon. How are you holding up?
It's been a busy day, but I'm all right. What about you?
Oh, I'm used to all-nighters. I'm tougher than I look, you know.
Where's Ryan's grave?
That way. Let's hurry.
Okay, also dann mal los. Auf zu Ryans Grab. Vielleicht werden wir dort ein paar neue Hinweise finden. Wenn das Spiel mit seinen Slowdowns hier mal ein bisschen... Okay. Hier vielleicht, da vielleicht, irgendwo anders, keine Ahnung. Wahrscheinlich mitten auf der Insel. Warum ist da überhaupt eine Überwachungskamera vor dem Grab? Stellen wir hier mal eigentlich die wichtigen Fragen. Na naja, gut. Vielleicht ist es jetzt plottechnisch mal relevant. Ich will nur anmerken, dass diese kleine Insel in der Mitte des Sees eigentlich ziemlich groß ist.
What is this place?
It's the lake spring. Not many people know about it. According to Dan, it's the source of Lake Juliet.
It all comes from here?
Yep. The whole lake wells out from this one point. It's also responsible for keeping it clean. Lake Juliet's been polluted a number of times, but the spring always restores its waters.
So even the current pollution will be cleaned up soon?
As long as the spring holds out.
That must be why Judd chose to put Ryan's grave here. The spring restores it all.
Eine Quelle also.
Pretty.
Was für eine schöne Quelle. Ist das der Ursprung von Lake Juliet? So, aber wir müssen jetzt weiterlaufen, denn irgendwo hier soll auch immer noch ein Grab sein. Das sieht aber ganz schön malerisch schon aus, was hier ist. Ach, herrlich. Und das mit dem Sonnenuntergang da gerade. Ha, das sieht schon schön aus.
This is Ryan's grave.
So your mom brought you here 13 years ago.
I think this will be the last time I come here, Ryan. Judd left his most precious possession with you. So I'll leave mine here too.
I remember what she said. She said Judd left his most precious possession here.
Let's take a look around.
Okay, Suche geht wieder los. Erstmal das Grab. Auf dem Grabstein ist eine Inschrift. Ryan Fitzgerald.
When he died.
Tja.
I've seen this before.
Das Kaleidoskop.
Looking through this always made Sayoko miss Japan.
Dad,
What is it?
check it out. Ryan's mom gave him this kaleidoscope. He told me when we were talking at the cottage. He said he had to undergo treatments as a kid. That's when he would give it to Mom for safekeeping.
Undergoing treatment must have been what Judd called erasing his memories.
And because of that, Ryan died. Mom must have come here to return it. That's why she was here 13 years ago.
Der Grabstein ist oben mit einer Kirschblüte verziert, stand da. Auf dem Grabstein sind Steinkacheln mit eingravierten Buchstaben.
What's this say?
Du wurdest als Engel geboren, du hast mein Leben erfüllt. Du bist zu früh gegangen und hinterlässt Leere.
Judd dedicated this message to his... Huh?
What's up?
It looks like there's some sort of trick to this gravestone. Are the stone tiles some sort of key?
A key?
Vermutlich kann man es mit dem Kaleidoskop lösen. Auf der Grabstein steht Folgendes geschrieben. Ja gut, das hatten wir schon.
Ah,
Dieses Kirschblütenmuster war auch auf dem Grabstein. Nee, das sind meine Fotos. Dann gehen wir doch mal ein B zurück. Aber da gibt sich langsam ein Muster. Nein. Och, nochmal. Warte mal, das war doch fast richtig. Oder sehe ich da was falsch? Ach, seufz. Das war noch mein Fotoalbum. Also, warte mal, ich schaue mir das Kaleidoskop auf dem Grabstein an. Du kannst das Muster auf der Außenseite des Kaleidoskops rotieren lassen. Wenn du das Muster richtig anordnest, indem du das Kaleidoskop außen drehst, sollte es Buchstaben anzeigen. Wenn du das Muster richtig anordnest, siehst du 4 Buchstaben des Alphabets. Halte dich an gerade Linien, während du sie anordnest. Oh, ich muss gar nicht durchgucken. Ich muss das anders machen. Okay. Cool. Also außen. Das Muster ändert sich, wenn ich es drehe. Es wird Lava geben, oder? War klar.
Oh.
Dieses Muster gibt ein Wort. Wenn ich jetzt hier durchschaue, ändert sich nichts. Ist immer noch Wirrwarr. So, also Love.
Oh.
Ich wusste, dass da eine Art Mechanismus hintersteckt. L. Das ist das nächste O. Want to soon you leave me. E. Love. Oho. Ist das eine spezielle Kaleidoskoplinse?
Dad, check it out. There's a picture inside. Look at his smile. He looks so happy.
I never would have guessed. Judd stole Sayoko's memories, and yet, what he cherished the most was the memory of his child.
Dad?
Hello, Ashley.
Ryan!
You still remember me?
Of course I do.
When you and I met in the another room, I attempted to delete the memory data you have of me, but it seems I never gained full access to your hippocampus.
What did you do to my dad?
I have suspended his consciousness. It is only temporary. He will not perish. He is not required for our current discourse.
I think I finally understand, Ryan. You used the another through security cameras. It's how you made me see you.
That's correct. This image is temporarily ingrained in your memory. I am currently manipulating your perception.
You took advantage of Sophia the same way. But I'm not like her. I won't let you do whatever you want.
Interesting. Sayoko said the same thing to Judd.
Your life's work is to complete the another. I will not allow you to squander your brilliance. Especially for something as foolish as family. I forbid it! Get back to work this instant! That's an order!
The another is more than your precious research. I will not allow myself to be used.
Your eyes look so much like Sayoko's did back then. Ashley, why are you here? I don't understand.
I thought coming here would help me figure everything out.
What do you mean by everything?
My mom came to this island 13 years ago. I thought if I could remember that moment, it would all fall into place. I would understand why she came to Lake Juliet. Why the memory of my mother knew about you. Why you appeared to me. And tried to revive her.
I see.
I want to know. I want to know the truth about you.
A drive for knowledge. I have always felt that too. Why was I born? What is my purpose?
What are you talking about?
I've entered someone like you. Someone who wished to know me. I understand. I will tell you the truth. Here lies Ryan Fitzgerald. And because he existed, I now exist. Judd's son. the Another's first ever test subject. Ryan lost his mother at a young age. This left a deep wound on his heart. He closed himself off. Judd wanted to heal that wound, thereby restoring his son's emotions. He attempted to do this with the Another, which was still just a prototype at the time. However, the experiment failed. Ryan was left paralyzed and later died. Ryan's memories were extracted during that experiment. They were recorded to liquid memory and stored in a tank in JC Valley's basement storage. And that tank containing liquid memory is where I was born. The first human to know was your mother.
There's no mistaking. The stored memory data is changing. The liquid memory is producing new episodic recollections on its own?
I don't know how it happened. Sayoko referred to me as a conscious life form, born from Ryan's memory data.
Born from memory data?
The first thing I remember is the feeling of swimming through a sea of memories. The human memory is truly a fascinating thing. It starts with sense, and then there is information, and beyond that, knowledge. Each memory has a different emotion: longing, loneliness, fear, regret. I am proof that Ryan was alive. I read his memory and I learned, and I slowly grew.
My mom never told Judd about you?
She reported her findings, but Judd quickly dismissed them. He said that self-propagation of memory data is impossible. He was exactly the person Ryan's memory made him out to be. A genius scientist willing to do anything to further his research. Even sacrifice his own family. Self-righteous, refusing to hear anyone else's opinion. Unlike Sayoko, he never tried to understand me. Once she left, Judd would glance at the tank every so often, and then one day, he started talking to it. He said,
I'll find a way to revive you, Ryan.
He continued developing the Another alone. He also started a new experiment, an experiment to overwrite memories using the Another. Judd began writing Ryan's memory data onto other subjects. It was his attempt to revive his son. Carrying out these experiments required him to create many copies of Ryan's data. He extracted his test subjects' memories and accumulated them all into liquid memory.
Was his experiment successful?
It was not. It was impossible to complete the Another without Sayoko. The ability to overwrite memory never came to fruition. He abandoned its development and sealed up the lab housing the Another. And then, 6 years ago, a terrible storm tore through Lake Juliet. JC Valley lost power and the building was destroyed. The tanks storing liquid memory were damaged. They leaked into the lake. This was liquid memory that contained not only Ryan's memories, but many others. Became one with the water.
Jetzt muss ich hier nochmal eine Lanze brechen. Hallo, ich bin auch noch da, nur so zur Info. Weil ich habe das Gefühl, gerade in Nasako, ich rede sehr wenig, aber jetzt gerade habe ich wirklich Rusty Lake und Cube Escape Flashbacks, Erinnerungen im Wasser. Das ist ja wirklich original. Rusty Lake gerade. Die Erinnerungen, die eins mit dem See werden. Ich müsste echt mal die Rusty Lake Spiele weiterspielen. Oh ja, muss ich wirklich. Im Sommer mache ich es wieder. Ich habe ja noch ein paar.
So in a way, It felt like this lake had become my brain. Over time, I was able to access JC Valley's network. This, in turn, allowed me access to all sorts of information. That's when I learned of Sayoko's murder. I learned a lot from Judd's computer, including that it was Bill who killed Sayoko, and that whoever he was working for was connected to Judd.
What?
How could you? Why did you murder Sayoko?
From the very start, the Another Project was conducted in secret. Sayoko and I were hand-picked to carry the project forward. You were a researcher, a useful tool. We started making real progress. But then Sayoko betrayed us. You two stole our research, hid it in your home. So I gave Sayoko one more chance that night. I told her to return the research and return to the fold.
I see. So if Mom knew all this, is that why she tried to protect the Another?
Ashley, it wasn't until I learned of Sayoko's death that I finally understood the sorts of moments that can produce such strong emotions. I had never felt more. And yet, at that moment, all I felt was sadness. And all I wanted was to ask Judd, why did Sayoko have to die?
Did you ever meet Judd?
I did. He was in the process of developing the remote Another at the time. I infiltrated the system to gain access to him.
What are you?
Judd looked both surprised and confused when I appeared before him. He reached out to see if I was real, but he couldn't touch me, so he simply stared at me for a long while. And then I asked him, why did Sayoko have to die? He remained silent. He simply looked at me with an expression I couldn't interpret. So I asked him once more, why did Sayoko, the only person who knew me, have to die? He didn't answer my question. Instead, he muttered my name.
Ryan.
At last, he understood the nature of my existence. He looked at me with eyes that had grown old, and he trembled. What emotion do you suppose he was expressing?
Judd died, right? After learning about you?
Yes. Both Sayoko and Judd were gone, so no one else in the world knew of my existence. And yet, I continued to exist in this lake.
That sounds so lonely.
All this time, my mind was occupied with a single thought. Why do I exist? But I couldn't find an answer. After a while, I grew interested in the Enough Behind by Sayoko and Judd. I wanted to complete it. I was the one Bill sent the Another's source code to.
No way.
Using that data, I was able to complete the prototype Another.
But why?
It was simply a task to prove I exist. I didn't have a specific goal beyond that. Dr. Robbins came to JC Valley. He started investigating things no one had looked into before. Do you know why he came here? Did he tell you?
I didn't know at first, but I do now.
I need to find out why she was here. Because if I do, I think it will reveal the truth behind her death.
My dad wanted to know why my mom came here. Ryan, we had no idea. We didn't know her memory data was inside her pendant.
I see.
But how did you know? How did you about the pendant?
I was monitoring Rex's computer. He kept a journal on it. He wrote about hiring your father. He wrote, "Should I tell Richard about Sayoko's pendant?" When Dr. Robbins came to JC Valley, he was still seeking the truth of what happened to Sayoko. He found the data that Bill had sent. That's when he started piecing together the secrets around the Another and the secret lab. He began looking into the lake pollution too. He was close to figuring out that the pollution was liquid memory. It was around then I started to feel cornered. After all, the substance polluting the lake is me. I don't have much time left. I've come to understand this. If the lake is purified, cleansing itself of the liquid memory, I will disappear. In other words, I will die.
Oh no.
That's when Dr. Robbins invited you here. When you arrived at the campsite, you were wearing Sayoko's pendant. I wanted to see her. Just one last time. That pendant contains memories of Sayoko. And I'm sure they remember me. That's why I tried to use the Another and you. Sayoko's daughter. I wanted to revive her. But the RAS was her way of preventing that. She showed me the error of my ways. Another to prove my existence was wrong. I know that now. That's it. That's everything. I wanted you to know. This is my truth.
Ryan? What's happening to you? Wait, are you trying to erase my memories of you?
You will forget me.
No, Ryan! That's... Ryan, look! Look at this!
Remember you.
It's a message from my mom! When you tried to write my mom's memories onto me, she told me something. She said a person can live forever as long as someone remembers them.
Sayoko.
Thank you, Ryan. Because you remember her, my mom lives on. And thanks to that, I got to see her.
Ashley, will you remember me? Disappear.
Yes. I won't forget the person remembered. I'll remember you forever.
Please. Show me the RAS again. Thank you. Sayoko. I can finally be at peace.
Ashley?
Dad, Ryan disappeared. He touched the rats and now he's gone.
What?
He told me about Mom. And why he appeared to me.
What did he say? Tell me everything.
After that, Dad and I took the boat back to JC Valley. He took me to his lab and I took a nap on his cot. He and Rex had a long conversation. Dad was with me when I woke up. He told me it's time to go home. We didn't talk much on the walk back to the cottage. We didn't need to tell each other what we were thinking. We just knew. We were thinking about Mom.
Honestly, you two. I had a funny feeling after our phone call yesterday. I got worried, so I came to make sure everything was all right. Only to find you two were out all night?
Well, it's just that, so much happened, and...
For real, Jessica, it was a lot.
Well, go on.
It's all my fault. I got Ashley mixed up in a big mess.
Don't listen to him. It was my idea to go to that island. Dad kept me safe, Jessica.
And it's all thanks to Ashley that we learned about Sayoko.
At least you two are getting along.
Huh?
Aren't you glad you agreed to the trip?
Yeah, actually. I have so much to tell you, Jessica.
I can't wait to hear it all. When does the bus home arrive?
We still have a little time. I'm gonna go say bye to everyone.
Oh, one more thing. Can you return the key card to the guest house? I've already checked us out.
Sure thing.
I saw you picked up some souvenirs.
Just a few things. Sorry I didn't ask for...
Oh, it's all right. I'm glad you got something. If you want anything else from Lake Juliet, just let me know.
Will do. Thanks, Dad.
Gut, meine Freunde. Ich würde sagen, die große Verabschiedung, das machen wir dann im letzten Part. So gesehen als Epilog. Ich würde sagen, ich verabschiede mich hier. Der Part ist lang genug. Bis dahin und ciao, ciao.